Hello, it's Ms. Stevenson with you again for another art activity. And this time I wanted to try something completely different from what we've done before. I want to make a paper sculpture with you. So what we need is paper. I'm using colored paper, but you know that if you don't have colored paper, you can color a piece of white paper the color that you want it to be. Okay. I have a few different colors here. You can do the whole thing with one color if you want to. I'm just choosing to do mine with different colors. And I'm putting the whole thing on a piece of white paper. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is I want to cut a strip of paper. Okay? It doesn't matter how wide it is. Any strip of paper. And I want some of my pieces to be long and I want some of my pieces to be shorter. So some of them I'm going to cut this way on the page and some of them I'm going to cut this way so that they're shorter. I don't want all my pieces of paper to be the same. And I think I'll make this one kind of wide. It's up to you how thin and how wide your strips of paper are. So the first one is orange and it's long and kind of thin. And then I have a wider one that's green and shorter. Okay. And now I'm going to do purple and red. Now, the fun thing about this kind of paper sculpture is how you do it is totally up to you. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that you can put the paper onto the white page, and then the rest is up to you. You can put just a few pieces of paper on your page. You can put many pieces of paper on your page. It's totally up to you what you want it to look like. So with this short, wide strip of paper, I'm just going to fold the ends in like this. You see that? And then I'm going to fold this end in because I want it to be like an arch, like that. And if I have these pieces on the end folded a little bit, they're kind of like feet. So I can put glue on these and it will stand up on my page. All right. I thought it would be fun. All of the artwork that we've done is two-dimensional. It's been flat. I'm pretty sure all of it has been flat. I thought it would be fun to do something three-dimensional, something that pops off the page. So here's my arch. I'm going to put it on the page right here. And like I said before, you put your paper strips anywhere you want them to be on your page. No one's art is going to look the same this week for this one. Okay, there's where my first one is going. And now my second one, I think I'm going to put over top of the green one. So I'm folding a little foot like that, and I'm folding another little foot. See? And now I can glue it down. And this is tall enough that it can go right over top of the first one. If you want to, I've done these in the past, and kids have used them as like little racetracks for their cars. If you have a small enough car, and if you put your paper strips on in a way that you could pretend to drive your cars over them, you could do that. Now the next strip I want to do a little bit differently. Maybe you remember when we made the paper fans and when we made the spiders, we folded the legs on the spiders back and forth. Do you remember folding them back and forth to make it crinkled looking? I'm going to do that now with this one. So with the purple piece of paper, I'm choosing to fold it back and forth. So it goes one way and then backwards and then forwards and then backwards and then forwards, and then backwards, like this. All right? So then it's like this. And you can fold it up like that if you want it to stand up kind of funny, or you can fold it like that. So I think I'm going to make two of mine. I liked both of those, the way that both of those looked. So here, I'm going to glue one over here like this, kind of standing up. See how that looks? And then my other one, I'm going to let it kind of be shorter on the page so that it's lower. It looks more like a little zigzag close to the paper, close to the white paper. Let's see where this will fit. So this one I want it to be low. And I think I want it to go right through here. So I have 3 different paper strips overlapped. See how I did that? So the one is through here. It's kind of like they're going through each other's tunnels, the tunnels that the papers make. See? I'm not done. Now I want to put a blue one, I think. And I think this one, I'm not going to make it like an arch like that. I'm going to make it even different. I'm going to put a crayon in and wrap one end of the paper around the crayon. I'm going to roll the whole thing tightly on my crayon. Really tightly and press. Look at that. It's like a little curl. I think I'll put this on here too. Or maybe it would look good. Oh, I'm going to hang it right off of the red. Right off of the red arch. See? See how fun that looks? Okay. And I think that I want to cover my whole piece of white paper with the paper strips because I'm having a lot of fun and I like the way this is looking. So I'm just going to keep adding more and more and more to mine until I'm satisfied that the whole page is covered with different paper strips. I want to do one more of, whoops. Oh, you know what? You can even do a really thin one. A really thin one. And glue it onto the middle of another one. I'll show you. So if you have one that's a little bit wider and one that's thin, you can glue the thin one right down the center so that you have a strip that has 2 colors on it. Isn't that cool? There we go. how neat that looks. And I'm going to fold this back and forth like a paper fan and glue this one on somewhere. That kind of looks like a little red road. That's neat. There we go. Look at that. You can even draw on your paper strips. It might be easier to draw on them before you glue them down. You can draw on the white paper too. You can draw around the paper strips, or you can draw on the white paper before you glue anything down. You could kind of pretend this is like a little city. You could draw roads on it. You can draw buildings, cars. You can make this look however you want it to look. Maybe I'll show you one with some drawing on it. Here, I'll do a little bit of drawing on this one. I want to draw a big zigzag on mine. See, here's the zigzag. You see that? I don't know what's wrong with my camera today. I'm not sure if things are showing up. And then I'm adding dots to mine too. I think that looked, just the zigzag looked a little bit plain to me. So I added some dots as well. Hopefully you can see the way that looks. And I'm going to fold the ends to give it little feet. And I'm going to glue this on. Now, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm probably going to be here for a while finishing this up because I want to add a lot more to mine. So I'm going to end the recording here and I'm going to keep going. But I hope that you try this on your own and I hope you have a lot of fun because it gets pretty fun looking pretty fast. And then you have a piece of three-dimensional art. Three-dimensional means it pops out. It's not flat. All right. I hope you have a lot of fun with this, friends. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your creations on your Brightspace page. Bye-bye.